Hello, I'm Joe, and welcome to Mind Body Strength Online Fitness. And in today's yoga class, we're going to be focusing on a deep relaxation and stress relieving practice called Yoga Nidra. And all of us deal with stress these days, whether it's traffic jams or worrying about wars across the continent, across the world. There's a lot of stress in all of our lives. So, Yoga Nidra is one of the most effective ways to deal with that stress. So, before we begin the practice, you may want to gather some props in order to help you deeply relax. And some of the things you might want to have with you are a yoga mat so that you can lie comfortably on the floor, perhaps a folded blanket to use as a pillow for your head, or you could use an actual pillow. Other helpful props might be a rolled towel under your knees, or if you have a bolster, this is a smaller bolster, but you can also use that under your knees and then use the folded towel to support your ankles. You also may want to have an extra blanket or two. Again, if you don't have a bolster, you can use a rolled blanket under your knees for support. And you might want to have a block handy as well, especially if you don't like to sit on your heels, which we'll be doing for one of the poses that we use to warm up for the Yoga Nidra. So we'll begin with some warm-up exercises and a few yoga postures to prepare the body to relax. So let's begin by sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position, preferably on the edge of a folded blanket. And then have a nice long spine, chest lifted slightly, shoulders relaxed. Go ahead and close your eyes and begin focusing on your breath. Just taking nice, slow, deep breaths. And just be aware of your body expanding with your inhalations and relaxing with the exhalations. Just let your day go. Let go of your to-do list, any worries on your mind. This is your time to relax. And now let's go ahead and do a few warm-up exercises. So bring your fingertips to your shoulders and let's do a few elbow circles to warm up the arms and shoulders. And now the other direction. And let's ease tension in the back of the neck. So sit with a level chin. Slowly bring your head down about halfway to the floor. Don't press it all the way because that will round your back and interfere with your natural curves. Interlace your fingers. Bring the hands on the back top of the head. Let your elbows drop. And then just stay here for a few breaths, letting the weight of your arms and gravity begin to relax and release tension in the back of the neck. And then slowly release your hands and easily and gently move your head back up to a neutral position. Pause here for a breath. And let's do ear to shoulder now. I'll be mirroring you. So we'll start with the left ear. So inhale and exhale. Slowly drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, allowing both shoulders to be relaxed. And stay here, feeling the stretch on the right side of the neck. And one more breath. And then inhale, slowly return your head back to center. And exhale, Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Again, keeping both shoulders relaxed. And notice the stretch in the right side of the shoulder. And bring your head back to neutral. Pause. Let's do ear to shoulder again. So inhaling, exhaling, left ear to shoulder. Hold, breathe. And on your next exhalation, slowly and gently bring your chin down towards your chest without forcing, and see if that intensifies the stretch in the right neck and shoulder. And hold here and breathe. And now slowly inhale. Lift your head back up. Bring it back to neutral. Pause. Take a few breaths. Notice how you're feeling. And now, left ear to shoulder. And then slowly lower the chin toward the chest. Doesn't have to touch. And notice now if the stretch in the left shoulder and neck is more intense. Stay here and let those muscles stretch. And on your next inhalation, slowly begin to lift the chin back up. And then bring the head back to a neutral position. And pause and breathe. And now let's come lying on our back. We'll do some hip and leg stretches. So come down on your mat. Lift your knees off the floor and bring both knees into the chest. Hug them into the chest. And then go ahead and make circles with the knees, beginning to massage the lower back, warm up the hip muscles, and change directions. And now bring both feet to the floor. Keep the left leg bent and straighten the right leg along the ground. And then bring your left knee to your chest, squeeze it in, holding on with both hands. And then slowly draw the leg across the body, stretching the hip. Inhale the leg back to center. Take hold of it now with your left hand and open it out to the left, stretching the inner groin. Back to center. And go ahead and bring the foot to the floor and straighten the left leg. And bend the right knee. Hug it into the chest. And then holding on with your left hand, draw it across the body to the left, stretching the hip. And then back to center. And now open the right leg out to the right and feel the inner leg and groin stretch. And then bring the knee back. Again, hug both knees into the chest. Bring your feet to the floor. Slowly roll to one side. And press up. And come into table pose. So for table pose, your hands are under your shoulders, fingers spread, fingers facing forward, and press the base of your thumb and index finger into the mat. This will help protect your wrists. And we'll do a few cat stretches to warm up the spine. So take an inhalation, and on the exhalation, tuck your chin. And then pull your belly in, tucking your tail under, and the upper back rises. And then on the inhalation, first relax the belly, then allow the sitting bones to lift, the chest come forward, and you can look forward if it doesn't bother your neck, or just keep it neutral looking at the floor. breath in. And again, exhaling, pull in the belly first. Bring the tailbone forward, coming into flexion. And then on the inhalation, relax the belly, lift the tailbone, bring the chest forward into an arch. And then again, exhaling belly, tail tucking, upper back rounding. And then inhale, coming into the arch. Back to a neutral position. And now we're going to come into downward facing dog, and from there we'll come to standing. So inhale the breath, turn your toes under. On the exhalation, bring your belly in towards your back, lift your knees off the floor, press the floor away with your hands, come back and up into down dog with a nice long spine, neither rounded nor arched, just straight. Heels reaching toward the floor, even if they don't get there. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. And affirm, calmness radiates through every fiber of my being. Calmness radiates through every fiber of my being. And then inhale, look forward, and begin to walk forward towards your hands. You're in a gentle forward bend now. This is a good place to make sure that your feet are parallel, outside of the feet, parallel to the edges of the mat. And then slowly bring your hands up to your thighs and then press all the way up to standing and come into mountain pose, basic standing pose in yoga. So make sure that you're standing tall, chest is lifted but not puffed up, just lifted. Side ribs lifted, shoulders relaxed, hands resting comfortably by your sides. And then bring your chin back just a little bit so that everything is in good alignment. Press your upper thighs back to make sure you're not tucking your tailbone because that will interfere with the natural curves of your back. So stay here. Take a couple breaths. And affirm, I stand ready to make positive changes in my life. I stand ready to make positive changes in my life. And now we're going to do a few full yogic breaths up and down the spine. So if you've taken some of my other classes, you may remember that we talked about having not only a physical spine, but an energy spine, a spine that you cannot see, but you can feel. So as a reminder, physical spine begins here at the base of the tail, at the coccyx center, that's also called the first chakra, and it goes up to this hollow space right here in the back of the neck. This is where your neck and your spine join. So that's your physical spine. The energy spine follows that same path, but when it reaches the medulla oblongata, this hollow space, then it tilts forward a little bit, ends here at the point between the eyebrows. So we're going to take nice, slow, deep breaths, and I'd like you to visualize as you're breathing that the breath begins at the tailbone, the coccyx center, first chakra, moves all the way up to the medulla, and then the inhalation will end here at the point between the eyebrows. And then when you exhale, you'll follow the same path down. And when you reach the end of the exhalation, you'll be at the coccyx center again. So let's go ahead and try that. So inhaling, and try to feel the energy flowing up the spine to the medulla and then forward to the point between the eyebrows. And then on the exhalation, feel the breath and the energy flowing down the spine. So you're breathing in prana, energy, life force, inhaling. Energy flows up, stops at the point between the eyebrows, and And then exhale, feel it flowing down again. And if you can't feel it, just imagine it. And now we'll add a movement to that same breath. So we're going to do the full yogic breath flow. So we're going to be adding a forward bend as we're exhaling, and then a straightening up as we inhale. And when we do the forward bend, we're going to be bringing the hands down the front of the body, not touching the body, but very close to it. And then when we come up, again, the hands will be close to the body, but the palms will be more facing up. And then as we finish the inhalation, we'll be reaching our arms way up overhead. So let's do that together. So begin with an inhalation. And then on the exhalation, just bring your hands in front of the body and just come down into a gentle, relaxed forward bend, only as far as comfortable for your body. And then on the inhalation, slowly begin lifting back up, hands slightly lifted in front of the body but not touching, ending the inhalation, the point between the eyebrows with hands lifted up. And then exhale again, hands down the front of the body, slightly turned down. And then inhaling, bringing the hands up. And as you're bringing the hands up this time, try to imagine that you're bringing into your body peace, joy, hopefulness, calm, courage, any qualities that you want to enhance. And then on the exhalation, just imagine that you're pushing away anxiety, fear, anger, any negative emotions that you'd like to rid yourself of. And then again, inhaling, bringing all of those positive attributes up, absorbing them. Exhaling again, getting rid of fear, anger, despair, depression, anxiety. And inhaling, hope, joy, comfort, courage. And reach up and just share all that hopefulness and confidence with the world. And then exhale and bring your hands back down to your sides. Come back to mountain pose. And pause and breathe. And let's do one more standing pose. So let's shift the weight to the right foot and let's step the left foot back a comfortable distance. And we're going to do warrior one, the first warrior pose. So inhale, exhale, bend the front knee. Make sure the knee is pointing over about the third toe. Don't let it roll in. And then inhale, reach the arms up and stretch. Keep stretching, keep your chest lifted. This is a slight back bend. So if your tailbone wants to lift, allow it to do so. Breathing. And affirm, I am free, I am free. Imagine being free of fear and anxiety and depression. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale and bring your arms back to your sides. And step forward and back to mountain pose. And pause and breathe. And now shift your weight to the left foot. Step the right foot back. Square up the hips. Bend the front knee. Shin bone vertical. Knee pointing over about the third toe so it won't roll in. And let's inhale, reach. Stretch. Little back bend if you can. Keep reaching. And again, affirm, I am free, I am free. Free of any negativity, free of any fear. Let it all go. And to come out, inhale, stretch, and exhale. Hands back to your side. forward, step back to mountain pose, and stay here for a few breaths and notice how you're feeling. And let's do one more standing pose before we go down on the floor. So inhale. This is half moon pose. Interlace your thumbs, stretch up with your forefingers touching, deep breath. And exhale now, lean to the left, stretching the right side of the body. Don't worry about how far over you go, doesn't matter. The goal of this is just to get a good stretch on the right side of the body. Couple breaths. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, slowly circle your arms back down to your side. Pause for a moment here in mountain pose. And then bring your hands to the heart center again. We'll do the same pose on the second side. So inhale, reach. Interlace the thumbs, stretch. And exhale, now lean to the right. Reaching up and over so you keep a lot of length really on both sides of the body, primarily on the left and on the right too. Don't let it collapse. Keep that side long too. And affirm strength and courage fill my body cells. Strength and courage fill my body cells. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, lower the arms. Come back to mountain pose. And pause for breath. Now inhale. Exhale. Swan dive into a forward bend. You can keep your knees soft. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. And then exhale, fingertips to the floor. Come on to the right knee and then left knee. Sit back on your heels in firm pose. If this isn't comfortable to sit on your heels, you might try sitting on a block. And that might make the pose more accessible. So we're going to sit here and bring our hands, which are facing palms up, bring the thumb and forefinger into Dhyana Mudra. You remember that a mudra is a hand position in yoga. So Dhyana Mudra is the mudra of wisdom, and it symbolizes our unity. So the forefinger symbolizes the individual spirit, the thumb the universal spirit. And when we have them touching, it means we're all connected, we're all one. So pause here, feel our unity, and affirm, in stillness, I touch my inner strength. In stillness, I touch my inner strength. And if you're using the block, you might want to take it away. And we're going to come down into child's pose now. And for child's pose, you need to separate your knees, make room for the belly, take a breath, and then exhale. Come on down, and if it's comfortable, bring your head to the mat and your arms beside your hips. And an alternative to that, if that's not comfortable, you can try resting your head on a block. Or if you have a bolster, even better. Child's pose on a bolster. Very relaxing. Okay. So, come out of child's pose now by pressing your hands into the mat by your chest and slowly coming up. And we're now going to get ready for our Yoga Nidra practice. So take a few moments to gather whatever props that you're going to need so that you can be as comfortable as possible. Again, you can use a blanket or a pillow if you have one as a headrest, or a folded towel, maybe not one quite this large for under your neck, a towel for under your knees if you like. what I like when I do this is, I'll show you, putting a bolster under my knees, and then the folded towel for my ankles, and then coming back and adjusting my blanket or pillow for my head, and then just getting nice and relaxed. So, you don't have to do that, but that's one way to arrange things so that you can be comfortable and relaxed. So, go ahead and get relaxed. I'm going to come over now and bring a chair over and talk you through the Yoga Nidra relaxation. And I'd like to give credit to the script that I'm using. It's a modification of a class I took from a yoga teacher from Cincinnati whose name is Julie Lusk, and took that course online due to COVID, and it was very wonderful and very relaxing. And then I have another book called Yoga Strips by Tamara Verma, and so I've adapted things from both of their teachings into this yoga script. So let us begin. I'm going to grab a drink of water first. You may want to get one too. And now, getting comfortable, lying on your back, or if that's not comfortable, lying on your side, or you can even do this sitting in a chair if that works best for you. So go ahead and get comfortable and cozy, and then feel free to adjust your position if you need to once you get down there. And now bring your attention to your mouth and start moving your jaw all around. Move it up and down and from side to side, just getting the jaw nice and relaxed. And let your mouth rest with your teeth parted slightly. Let the corners of your mouth soften. Take a deep breath in through your nose and then sigh it out through your mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose and then sigh it out. Let it go. And now lift your eyebrows a bit towards your hairline and then let them relax. And even if your eyes are closed, lift your eyelids and then let your eyelids relax. And now you're ready to do nothing. Nothing you need to do. No one you need to please. Nothing you need to be. There's only you. No expectations. No goal. No agenda. No way you can get this wrong. There's nothing you need to think about. Just getting comfortable in the practice of doing nothing. Now adjust your body or your props in any way you need so that you can relax into this comfort. Check in with how you feel. The setup should make you feel comfortable and at ease, but not sleepy. And if you do feel sleepy, simply tickle the roof of your mouth with your tongue, and that should help keep you awake. Now, check that your feet and ankles are relaxed. Calves, knees, and thighs relaxed. Hips relaxed. Low back, mid back, and upper back relaxed. Whole back body softening Arms and hands relaxed. Shoulders and neck relaxed. Whole body is completely relaxed. Nothing to do. Body is at ease. Awareness continues on. And now we're going to take an awareness tour through the body. And I'll be mentioning various points in the body. So just follow my voice and bring your attention to each point as I mention it. Let's begin with an awareness of the point between the eyebrows. And now the hollow of the throat, the right shoulder joint, right elbow joint, right wrist, the right thumb, tip of the forefinger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the little finger. And now moving back up to the wrist and the elbow joint, the shoulder joint, and the hollow of the neck. And now let's go to the left shoulder and down to the left elbow, the left wrist, left thumb, tip of the index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the little finger, and back to the left wrist and the left elbow, left shoulder, hollow of the throat, and back to the point between the eyebrows. And now back to the hollow of the throat, and down to the heart center. Now the right side of the heart center, the left side of the heart, and back to the heart center, and down to the navel, and now the tip of the tailbone, back to the navel, and sweeping awareness to the left hip joint, the navel center, the heart center, the hollow of the throat, and the point between the eyebrows, the eyebrow center, the eyebrow center, the hollow of the throat, the heart center, the right side of the chest, the heart center, the left side of the chest, the heart center, the heart center, the heart center. And keep your awareness at the heart center, effortless, not thinking, just feeling. Notice your chest filling with each breath, filling with oxygen to vitalize all of your body. Also, pulling in vital life force known as prana. This is the key to your vitality. With each deep breath in, your body receives more of this life force that it needs. With each deep breath in, your body is fed the energy it needs, and then silently sighs with relief. Now take a deep breath in and hold until your body naturally wants to let go. And then exhale. No need to force. Find the easy, relaxed rhythm that feels just right. Continue breathing this way. Deep but relaxed inhale, soft holding, and long, effortless exhale. Inhale, softly hold, effortlessly exhale. Continue this way. And now bring awareness back to your heart center. And picture at your heart center a beautiful glowing light in your favorite color. See a vision of unconditional love in that light. A person, spouse, partner, parent, child, grandparent, a pet, a beautiful place, a divine image, something that strikes a chord of unconditional love in your heart. Image of unconditional love at the heart center, illuminated by the glowing light. Allow it to fill your heart center with the feeling of unconditional love. And as the feeling grows, the light grows stronger and brighter. And now allow the image to dissolve, but hold the feeling of it. Hold the feeling of love and rest now in that unconditional love, peace, and deep comfort for a few moments more. It's time now to tradition back Bring your awareness back to your heart center. Notice the heart center rising on the inhalation, falling on the exhalation. Bring awareness back to your body. Feel your body peacefully resting. Feel the support beneath you. Notice the temperature of your room. Notice the sounds, whether they're close or distant. Become aware of the walls surrounding you and the ceiling above you. And now take a few deep breaths. And begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Just notice the lightness of the sensation. And now if you'd like to move or stretch your body, take a moment to do so, any way you like. And now if you're lying on your back, inhale, and on the exhalation, press your lower back into the floor and turn your legs so that your knees directly face the ceiling. And then slide your right foot along the ground toward you and slide the left foot along the ground toward you, keeping both feet on the ground with the knees bent. Take another breath here. And then as you're ready, slowly roll to the side of choice, allowing your head to rest on a folded arm. And stay here for a few breaths, just feeling the shape you're in, noticing how you feel, and savor this for a few more breaths. And as you're ready to come up, place the palm of your top arm on the floor and slowly press up to a comfortable seated posture, using the other hand to help. And now sit comfortably. And to conclude the practice of Yoga Nidra, we'll chant 3 Oms and then Shantis. Om is the sound of the universal vibration, and Shanti means peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I hope you enjoyed the practice of Yoga Nidra. Perhaps we'll do another one at another time, a different kind. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next class. Namaste.